Hello, this is Yvonne Teoh Bource from Connect to Soul with your weekly Soul Wisdom for October the 8th, 2018. So, today I had a very interesting conversation with someone about manifestation, and of course, for those of you who've been following me for some time, you realize that it's one of my greatest passion is to know how to manifest and what manifestation is all about, and this is why I have been running master classes on the subject. And also, all of my work has been about finding out how this process of manifestation and this process of creation works. So the conversation I was having is with a gentleman who said to me, I just don't seem to be a very good manifester. And then the next sentence was, well, I just realized it wasn't that I wasn't good at manifesting. It was I'm not good at focusing. And I thought, well, there is my subject for this week. Because let me just start from this first understanding that we are manifesting 24 hours a day. Your external life is reflecting to you what you are manifesting. You're not walking around in somebody else's manifestation. You are walking around in yours. Now that might come as a shock to you if you don't like where you're at. Of course, we are affected by other influences. But it is very much about who you are in relationship to where you find yourself. So if you think that you aren't manifesting, then I do want to shock you by saying, well, you cannot not manifest unless you're not breathing or you're not thinking, which means that you're not here anyway. Because manifestation, the word itself, and I have spoken about it before, the word itself means bringing into view. It does not mean creating from nothing to something. It is about bringing something into view. So the moment you have a thought, it already exists. You just need to bring yourself to it so that you can see it. Now, if you have desires that are not becoming a reality, there are several reasons for that, and that's what I really want to talk about a little bit this week. And the first reason is that your desire and your subconscious self-talk, your beliefs, your attitudes, your actions are not aligned with your desire. You can desire whatever you like. You can say, look, I really would like to become a millionaire by the time I'm 30. Well, if you then don't believe that and you don't focus on it every day and you don't wait for signs to direct you in the way that it's going to happen, if you just sit back there and just keep repeating, I want to be a millionaire by the age of 30, well, by the time you're 70, you're still saying it and nothing has happened. Because there's a lot more to it. There's an alignment of energies that has to come together for you to actually be able to experience in reality that which you say you desire. So if you are one of these people that is not ever seeming to get what you ask for, then don't get worried and upset that you don't deserve it, or that you're not good at manifestation. You can't be bad at manifestation because it's what we are. We are constantly creating. We are a creative creature. And so what we experience comes as a result of our beliefs, of our conditioning, and very much about our relationship to ourselves. So the question is not, why am I not manifesting? The question has to be, what is the underlying messages that I'm sending whilst I'm asking for whatever I want to desire, whatever I want to manifest. So if you, for instance, want to be a millionaire by the age of 30, and I'm just using that as an analogy, I'm way past that age myself, so that would be pretty useless. But if you have that wish, but underlying you have always believed that you don't deserve the good things in life, then they are they're working in opposite directions. So you're never going to reach it, right? So the question now is not about why don't I, what kind of a manifester I am. There are several things that we need to look at, and here we come to this wonderful thing called focus. You might say that you want something, but your focus is constantly distracted by other things. Like, I'd really like that, but first I must make sure my kids have the right education, or I finish my job, or I do. We always have reasons and excuses why not to move forward in a direct line towards that which we've asked for. I know, I hear it time and time again. Yes, I really want to do that, but I've still got to do this and I've got to do that. Well, you're never going to do it. It really is important that we focus. And it's not just focus. It's you need to focus on that which you desire, but you also need to feel the level of emotional vibration that you would be in once you have achieved your creation. My question to people is always, how would I know that you've reached what you've asked for? How will I know? How will you be different? How will you be different? Will you walk differently? Will you talk differently? Will you act differently? We have to go into that place of act as if. Act as if. Become it. You have to become it to reach it. Well, that's a nice one. You have to become it to reach it. And that's very important. If you ask for something over and over again, but you spend most of your day thinking about something else, it's an impossible request. It's never going to happen. Focused intent. I intend to have this manifest in my life. This is my intention. This or something better. Always ask for this or something better for the highest good of all. But stay focused on the end result. Look at what it is that you would like. Ask for this or something better, and then just stay focused on that. Don't get distracted to be going here and going there and somewhere else, and then, oh yes, I must remember that's what I've asked for and it still isn't here. And then you come up with, well, I'm no good at this, or I don't deserve it, or why does somebody else always able to do these things and I can't? All of that underlying self-talk, all of that prattle that goes on in our chatterbox, that is keeping you away from the experience. So yes, focus is absolutely essential. Whatever you focus on, you get more of. Now, I posted something on Facebook today because recently I've decided that to take on another hobby. And I love my garden. I talk about it quite a lot, and I also have talked about my orchids. And I talked about that last week. So I have decided to take on the hobby of learning how to perfect the growing of the orchids that I have, because it always has seemed to elude me. I'm okay with the phalaenopsis, those I've been okay with, but even they have decided not to be as prolific as they used to be. And with my other orchids, the cymbidiums, I haven't really had a great deal of success until this year. So I thought, what, I want to learn how to grow these so that I every year have lots and lots of flowers. And so that has been, rather dominant in my thinking. So today I had to do a couple of things in the local shopping centre, and so I raced in very quickly, and as I walked in, there were the local orchid growing society had this amazing, amazing exhibition of the top orchid growers in the area. There were hundreds of the most amazing orchids. I was just gobsmacked, as they say, because what I have been focusing on, there it was in front of me. Every type of orchid that I could possibly imagine. I could ask questions about what to do and how to go about growing them really well. And it was just offered to me because that's where my focus has been in the last couple of weeks. And that made me smile. So I took some photos and posted it on Facebook and said, well, there you go. Law of attraction. What you focus on, you get more of. So what are you focusing on? How many times have you said to yourself, here I go again. Why is this happening to me? Well, examine your thoughts, examine your beliefs, examine your conditioning, examine your behavior. And you'll find out it's because somewhere in there you are running a message which is contrary to that which you've asked for. To manifest consciously and to have the creative process work for you with ease and grace, you need several things. You need to be clear about what it is that you want. Then you need to believe that you can create it. And then you need to focus on the outcome. What does it be like? How will it affect your life? How will your life be different when you have it? Then you need to act as if with gratitude for it already being on its way or already being there, that you have put it into effect, so therefore it is already in existence somewhere. So be grateful for it. I'm so grateful because I know that it is on its way because the creative process works and I've been working it. So then you have to have faith and you have to have trust that it will come to you in its own divine time for the highest good of you and all concerned. And always this or something better. So often the thing that you've asked for may not be for your highest good, but ultimately what does come is actually better. I always find that everything that I ask for, something bigger and better turns up. And I go, wow, look at that. How amazing is that? How amazing is that? And for me, I think the one secret ingredient in manifestation and being able to be a conscious creator is gratitude, appreciation. Appreciate what you already have. Everything you already have, you need to be grateful for, because it's from that place of gratitude that you become the magnet for more. But if you're coming from, I don't have this, that is why I want it, then your focus will be on the not having it rather than on I am the creator and I am drawing it to me and I'm grateful that I know that I'm going to be having it. It's a very different state of mind when you look at something and you just trust. There's another thing about that I really want to share with you. And look, I've shared these things with you before, but I just think that they need to be repeated over and over and over and over again. The thing about it is that if you have a desire, if you have a thought about something you would desire, and if that desire has an emotional tug somewhere inside of you, now that's essential. Not just, oh well, because my neighbor has a BMW, I'd like a BMW. That's not what I'm talking about. If you have a desire that is connected to the heart, to the emotional part of you, so when you think about it, you feel expanded, you feel more, you feel joyous. Yes, that is the desire that is going to happen if you focus on it, because you wouldn't have that desire if it wasn't meant to be for you. If your life force, soul, didn't intend for you to have that experience. So you need to have the connection between the thought and the emotion. They have to be together. Very important. The emotion is the part that sends out the frequency vibration that is magnetic to the creation becoming in view, so to speak. In other words, becoming a reality experience for you. So focus on what you want. Be directive. Have directive action. When you go to do something, before you do it, ask yourself, is what I'm about to do, is it going to take me closer to my desire or further away? Well, the choice is pretty simple, isn't it? Maybe you've never thought about that. Again, I take you back to the 7 steps for success, right? And that has in it always that you need to be dedicated, you need to have commitment, you need to be dedicated, you need to have discipline, and that is being focused on what you want, and you need to be determined. In other words, you don't give up on yourself, right, until you've got it. And then there is this wonderful thing called purposeful, positive thinking, of course, positive attitude, and that is keeping your thoughts focused towards it. Focus. And then there is this wonderful thing of purposeful action. In other words, don't act if it's not going to take you closer to where you want to go. And then finally, to celebrate every day. You need to celebrate life, celebrate what you already have, knowing that from that celebration, more is going to come your way. Constantly more is going to come your way. For me these days, when I ask for something, if it is something that is heart connected, then I just know it's coming. I can let it go and I can just stay focused on it and know that it's on its way, that or something better. And I'm always looking for that or something better. High is good for all concerned. Now, if I've asked for something and it actually doesn't turn up, then I know it's not for the highest good of me, for me or all concerned, or something much better is already on its way. One of those things. I don't ever give up on the creative process. I know it's coming, one way or another, in one form or another. So often what you've asked for actually arrives in a totally different form to what you visualized. And maybe you miss it. If you're not constantly aware and looking at what you have and being appreciative of that, and if you're not, oh yes, now I'm getting a little message, and if you're not open to receive, how many of you are open to receive? Another one of my pet things is when someone gives you something, do you say, oh, you shouldn't have? Or do you say, oh, thank you, that is just so lovely of you? I just had a phone call this morning from my sister-in-law, and it's my birthday coming up this month, and so she said, I'm just ringing you because I want to take you out for lunch for your birthday. Now, did I say, oh, you don't have to? How often do people say that? I was just, well, what a wonderful thing to do. I love that. Thank you. How open are you to receive the things you ask for? See, these are all questions you need to ask yourself if you feel that you are not a good manifester. Because, of course, you are manifesting with every thought you think. May not necessarily be what you'd like to experience if you're not paying attention to those thoughts. So pay attention to your thoughts, write down your desires, and then stay focused on it. I wake up every morning and I have my desire in my mind. I go to sleep at night and I say thank you for my desire, as if it's already there. And I know it'll be here, whatever it is, and I've done it many times, and it turns up, and it's always bigger and more beautiful than I could possibly imagine, because I have great faith in the process, and I trust that if I have the desire and it's heart connected and it makes me feel expanded and joyous and full, then it has to happen. There's no doubt in my mind it has to happen. So please, please just understand that what you focus on, you get more of. It's a very simple formula because we are electromagnetic beings. What you send out comes to you. So don't look on the outside world as if it has to deliver to you. Look in the inside world and know that it is where the core of the delivery exists. So if that's pure, if you can get that to a point where you know that you're clear, you're directed, you have faith and trust and focus, then it's just a matter of listening and to the signs, watching the signs, and moving forward in the direction of what you've asked for. And then magic happens. That's about living in a magical world. Doesn't sound so difficult, does it? But I know that it's not always easy to do. So the first step is always monitor your thoughts. Be conscious of what that thinking machine is doing. Be conscious about the throwaway phrases that you allow to escape your mouth. Be conscious on what belief system that you've built your life on. And if any one of those are not congruent with your desire, it's not going to happen. So bring your focus to clarity, to faith, to trust. And watch the miracles occur. So I did pull a card. Very interesting. Yes, that's miracles, right? Diana, focused intention. I do like that. And what does she say? Lady Diana, she says, think about what you desire. Set your sights high. Or is this or something better? Expect the best possible outcome. And celebrate every little step that is taking you there. That's my message today. Whatever you focus on, you get more of. What you pay attention to is brought about. You know what to do. And then just enjoy. So have a great week. Love yourself more and stay focused. Bye.